Avengers Secret Wars is expected to release in the summer of 2027, where it will be the culmination of the Multiverse Saga. Several projects and films are on the way and need to fill the void for the time being, one of which being the Fantastic Four's debut into the MCU, with rumors being that we will see Robert Downey Jr.'s Victor Von Doom character introduced for the first time in this film. With this in mind, I have a feeling that Kevin Feige will use this opportunity to softly restart the Marvel Cinematic Universe. This is already a rapidly spreading rumor amongst MCU fans, but here is why it will actually happen with supporting evidence from the Marvel comics. For those of you that don't know the lore behind the comics and the Secret Wars, there are actually a few different storylines, but the one that fans are predicting the MCU will now adopt is the storyline where Doctor Doom obtains immense cosmic power to destroy the entire multiverse and create the Battle World, a realm consisted of the remains from the multiverse where Doom rules as the God Emperor of it all. Now, how did Doom obtain this much power? Well, there's a group of powerful beings known as the Beyonders that are said to be the creators of the multiverse. With the help of Doctor Strange and Molecule Man, Doom was able to steal their powers and use it to reshape the multiverse to his own image. Wait, now who the heck is Molecule Man? Essentially, Molecule Man is a powerful character that the Beyonders could use to place one of in each universe, acting as the bomb, meaning that if that universe's Molecule Man dies, that universe will die as well. Sound familiar? If you saw Deadpool and Wolverine, that is nearly the same principle as the anchor beings. I doubt we will get to see Molecule Man ever make an MCU debut, as Marvel Studios seems to have been invested too much now in this whole anchor being mechanic with the multiverse to undo it, but it still plays along with Secret Wars being the reboot of the MCU theory. Similar to Avengers Infinity War, I can already see the ending of Avengers Doomsday being the exact storyline where RDJ's Doctor Doom is going to gain a massive amount of cosmic and mystical powers to wreak havoc on the multiverse, bringing its impending doom. Pun intended. In the Secret Wars comics, this was brought with incursions, the collisions of other realities that ultimately results in them destroying each other. We already know that this mechanic also exists in the MCU thanks to Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. An incursion will be caused by RDJ's Doom, to which Earth 616, the main MCU Earth, will be fated to be destroyed. When this happens in the comics, Reed Richards built escape craft to survive the coming destruction, knowing that another world had to exist beyond his own. However, not all the escape craft made it to Battle World, causing several heroes to go down with Earth 616's demise. The surviving heroes would find themselves on the Battle World, believing this to be a nightmare, but now their new reality. And this is where Avengers Doomsday will end and Secret Wars will begin. To save you all some time, the surviving heroes and villains across the multiverse set aside their rivalries and forge alliances to defeat their new common enemy, God Emperor Doom. This opens the door for Marvel Studios to bring back any actor or actress that has ever played a role in a Marvel movie at one final time. For instance, it was rumored that Nicolas Cage's Ghost Rider was sought to be shown in Deadpool and Wolverine, but it just didn't work out. We could see him appear in the Battle World. Other characters could be Ed Norton's Incredible Hulk, Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire coming back as Spider-Man one more time, and the 2005 Fantastic Four, minus Johnny Storm. This also gives a chance for Marvel to create those iconic comic book fights that never made it to the big screen. Yeah, I'm talking about Wolverine versus Hulk. I'm getting sidetracked, I'll save that for another video. Long story short, the surviving heroes are able to rally the factions of the Battle War to unite to fight Doctor Doom, and where Molecule Man then takes away Doom's powers and transfers it to Reed Richards, who ultimately rebuilds the multiverse with a few small changes to make it better, including healing Victor's scars to begin his redemption arc to become the infamous Iron Man. Whoa, that's a lot. So what does all this have to do with the MCU and a restart? Well, it's a common theory that the multiverse is going to be destroyed in Avengers Doomsday, as I mentioned earlier, with the Battle World being the main setting for Avengers Secret Wars and potentially a few movies in between. However, with the multiverse destroyed and knowing that the Avengers will somehow be victorious, this means that they need to have a reality to go back to. One of the Avengers will be granted immense cosmic power to do so, rebuilding the multiverse, but it won't be as simple. In comes the glorious purpose of Loki. With Loki being the center of the multiverse, he will be the power source for Doom's power instead of the story following the comics of it being Molecule Man. The Loki that sits as the god of stories will have absorbed so much power from keeping the multiverse alive that Doom will siphon this to create Battle World and cause all the incursions. This also means that Loki will be the one to give up his power to one of the Avengers to recreate the multiverse, but this is where he will tell them that the multiverse can no longer exist, thus being the soft reboot. Despite the Kangs being a failure with the arrest of Jonathan Majors and the box office flop of Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, the Kangs will still be referenced as one of the major reasons that the multiverse cannot exist. It would then be revealed that allowing a multiverse to exist will inevitably lead to the cycles of destruction and rebirth, similar to Ragnarok and Asgard. Yes, This does mean that Loki must die, since he is a variant, closing his redemption arc in one of the most heroic ways possible. With this knowledge, Reed or some other Avenger will begin to reconstruct the Marvel Cinematic Universe, concentrating all of their thoughts into what would make the universe as balanced as possible. He knows that it would be unwise to cheat death and bring back beloved heroes from the dead, such as Iron Man, Black Widow, or even just other characters such as Aunt May. But he knows of other ways to make things better. This is where the reboot of the MCU comes in, and with the Russo brothers and Kevin Feige getting to work together to start from scratch, but with all of the Avengers knowing the history of the battles that they fought together. Thanos will still have happened. Doctor Strange erasing everyone's memories of Peter Parker, that will all still happen. I have three main changes in mind that the reborn MCU should have. First, is following suit with the comics of the Victor Von Doom with healed scars. However, given that this is the same universe where RDJ played Tony Stark, this means that someone new is going to be revealed as the new Victor Von Doom. It would be a massive mistake for Marvel to only have Doctor Doom be a villain for a few movies just to culminate the Multiverse Saga, and then just have him be completely defeated and wiped off the storybook. His character arc is so dense with so many possible stories to tell. This would mean that Marvel Studios can use the reboot of the MCU to choose a new, younger actor to play Doom, giving them the liberty to introduce him in other future projects. The second change is the introduction of the mutants. So far, not many mutants are known to exist in the MCU. We know for sure that Kamala Khan and Namor exist, but not many others. I would love to see the reboot of the MCU take the chance to begin integrating the X-Men into the main universe. Like with Doom, this opens so many avenues for storytelling. We could see the next big bad be Apocalypse or Onslaught or some other Omega level mutant that the X-Men team up with the Avengers to take down. Also, not to mention, the X-Men and the Avengers have fought before in the comics, and it was a massive storyline. The main missing piece to the MCU seems to be the X-Men, and what better way to begin introducing them with the end of the Multiverse Saga and the introduction of the Mutant Saga. The final change I want to see, well, maybe not so much of a change, but time and dimensional travel still is possible with this new reality. There are two reasons why. First, we have the interdimensional beings and villains that have yet to appear on the big screen. Cough cough, Annihilus, and Mephisto. Not to mention the heroes that come with this, such as Ghost Rider and Magic. Second, this gives the storytellers at Marvel the opportunity to play with the future timeline of the year 2099. With the major success of the Spider-Verse animated films, I would love to see a live-action Miguel O'Hara. I'm also slightly biased because Spider-Man is my favorite superhero of all time. I would of course expect many other things and smaller changes, as this is the golden opportunity to bring back the MCU to its roots and become the franchise that so many fans have adored over the last few decades, instead of it having to be a little bit inconsistent with the recent projects and TV shows. Let me know what changes you would want to see in the comment section down below. Also, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on more Marvel content and theories. Until then, have a great rest of your day, wherever you may be.